see what options I got. All right. Okay. Well, all right. Well, uh, good afternoon or good evening, Tarif, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler, and welcome back to Scorpio Oxman channel. Tarif, my brother, it's been a while since I've seen you. Thanks so
Thank you.
much for hitting me up this past weekend. Yeah, you kind of knocked one into me to do one here with you. And that's yeah, I know you're quite the fighter. I've been watching your channel over the last year at least, and yeah, you're quite the fighter, I see. So you definitely hit me up this weekend to say, hey, let's do this, you know. And that's you know what, I just want to say something off the bat here.
Yeah,
In regard, it actually and in a lot of my videos as of late, you know how I talk about the primal astrology.
right.
And so you're in, like how all of us have a spirit animal, in that, you know, I'm actually, so I am people who research primal astrology. So I am the Scorpio ox. That's
Wow.
why that's what I've named my channel. That's why I named it on my channel, the Scorpio ox, which
Yeah.
is that is the spirit of the platypus. And
Wow.
you're actually your animal spirit in the primal struggle. You're actually, well, what I believe anyhow, you are spirit of the golden retriever.
Wow.
Golden retriever. And it actually says, one of the things it says about the golden retriever is the one of their personality traits is like
Yeah.
they're like, hey, let's they're always like they say to their friends and acquaintances, they're like, hey, let's do this. Hey, we got to do this. We got to do
Right.
that. It actually says that. And it's like that's why this past weekend you hit me up and you're like, hey, let's do this, you know?
Right.
Like, and so, hey, some people out there, you know, they could think that's a coincidence and that, but no, it doesn't. You know, the other ones aren't like that. You know, the spirit animals. You know, of the 144 different spirit animals in the primal astrology. So,
Wow.
and that's yeah. So, but I'm going by the day sign. Like if people who've seen my videos and that I explain how, you know, the typical website on primal astrology, like it talks about the year sign of people, but I don't look at that so much so because I've read on another website about that the day sign, the day sign of primal astrology is like the real one that we are. And
Wow.
it seems more authentic to me.
Like the moon sign?
That's just my view. That's just my opinion and my view.
The
Not that
moon
I
sign?
don't, not that, but anybody else can believe what they want to believe about it though. So yeah.
Is it the moon sign?
So it's based on, yeah, the day sign of ours, it's based on what sign the moon is in,
Right.
like from Pisces to Air from Aries to Pisces.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and so and so the moon sign in combination with the day sign in Chinese astrology, also known as Vietnamese astrology.
Right. Wow.
That is the one with the sign of the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, snake, all the way to the pig.
Right.
So the combination of those, though, so yeah, that's what it is. So your moon in combination with your, but I know I I've noticed some things you've posted on social media. Like you believe that you're a Capricorn moon. Is that what you believe, like in the traditional sidereal zodiac, or is that what
Like
you
Vedic?
believe in the Vedic, the traditional Vedic as it's
Uh,
called?
yeah,
Like,
like it was rich. I noticed like many years ago, it was Uttar Shada Shravan.
hmm,
Then it switched to Purvashad Shravan. In the
right,
in like in the databases of the astrology charts or whatever, and I searched it up with AI I've been using AI for the
Yeah,
for the this year, I think, and I found out that I'm on Uttarshad Shravan moon, and
yeah, yeah.
but it's
First half
like
of Capricorn. Yeah,
it like predominantly in Capricorn, but now like due to like miscalculations or like rounding or errors um from certain birth chart websites of astrology, um it switched to Purvashad Uttarshad.
right. Yeah, yeah. Because yeah, the few years back when you first contacted me, when you gave me your birth details and that. And so the only, yeah, like the one I never really used. I've been looking at I've been looking at and focusing on the but I just want to say firstly that this is just it was just my interest to look at this one zodiac calculator,
Right.
which is on you're familiar with it, of course, the website mastering the
Oh,
zodiac.com.
that's yours.
Yeah, which is hosted by Athen Chimenti, who has his
Oh,
YouTube channel, who
oh, I thought
promotes
that was
about it
yours,
and
Mastering the
that.
Zodiac.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And since 2018, I
right.
came across it in 2018, and I since 2018 I've been looking at it and focusing on it. And when Athen Chimenti, he was basically telling people and everybody that this is it. This is the real one, regardless of what you think of the others. Now, I mean, people could take that or leave it. We could
Right.
take that or leave it. We could believe what we if we still want to believe the tropical version, or the Vedic, the sidereal Vedic traditional one that the
Right.
followed by the majority of India and Tibet in the
Right.
that's been. I mean, but he claims, yeah, like Athen Chimenti claims that this one, which they call it the true sidereal, and it's like it's I do admit it is catchy.
Right.
I mean, but like I looked at it, when I put in my birth details and I discovered for the very first time that I'm actually a Scorpio moon. My moon is right at the end of the constellation Scorpio, just before Ophiuchus. The sun, it actually has Ophiuchus on the calculator. For you, and those of you who've checked out the calculator, it actually has the Ophiuchus sign on it. And yeah, so and when I see that, I'm like, yeah, like on the tropical chart, the zodiac, it says I'm a Sagittarius moon. And
Hmm.
I really felt that, no doubt about it, I resonated more as a Scorpio. I really felt I resonated more as a Scorpio moon than a Sagittarius. And it's kind of for the most part why I believed it in that. So, but I mean, so yeah, so getting back to the story, when you gave me your info and I put your info in and I told you, and it says that your moon is the second half of Sagittarius, which Purvashada, or number 20 nakshatra Purvashada, which
Right.
is you in that. And so again, but hey, you could take, again, like everybody else, you can take that or leave it. But
Right.
I
Right. Absolutely.
but it's like, hey, it's whatever you think you resonate. I mean, but like I mentioned, like I think a lot of your character and behavior does, if you were a Capricorn moon,
Yeah.
you would be the primal zodiac sign of the boxer, which is that's another breed of dog. So the golden retriever, that's one breed of dog that's really common that we know. Another breed of dog is the boxer. And
Wow.
so that's what it would be with the combination of Capricorn, moon in Capricorn and day of the dog, which you're born day of the dog in the Chinese astrology. And the days your day sign, your year of the tiger, I know, right? 1998.
Yeah.
And so, but you being day of the dog, that would make you the day sign in the primal astrology of the boxer in that. But the characteristics of the boxer, I didn't really I can't remember so much about what it said about that, but the golden retriever, I remember reading up about you, and I thought that kind of resonated with you. Yeah. And
Yeah, I I found out that the exact in the Vedic astrological chart, I found out that I was born in the fourth pada, which is
right.
Abhijit, like near close to Shravana.
Or Abhijit near
Yeah,
but the one Abhijit, which is right in the middle, that's the one the super nakshatra. Well, some call it the a nakshatra and others don't. But the one the not Abhijit, the one that's right in the middle. So like you're saying, yeah, close to the end of Uttarashada, right?
yeah, near Shravana and near the end of Uttarashada. Yeah,
Oh, uh, just sort of I just want to mention briefly
right,
that one of another one of the very big reasons why I really believed in this true sidereal zodiac
right,
is when you look up uh one celebrity,
right,
famous person in history,
right,
who it shows that his moon was Abhijit, which is Abhijit is basically the very center of Capricorn in the well, at least in the true sidereal zodiac on this calculator.
right,
Abhijit is right in between Uttarashada and Shravana in Capricorn.
right,
And I'm sure you're familiar with Abhijit, how the translation of that, I think, of that name, that name means the one that cannot be defeated. So
mm,
in other words, it's the most powerful one. I think the people who have a moon in Abhijit,
right,
they're gonna be like they're gonna be like super duper. Like it's one thing for people to have a sun sign in Abhijit,
mm,
but it's like if somebody has a moon, but anyhow, this one celebrity, you look up his birth details, uh, Muhammad Ali,
wow,
the boxer, Muhammad Ali. So you look up his details on this calculator. It show his moon. It's pretty much the dead center of Capricorn, the
wow,
constellation of Capricorn, and where Abhijit is. And I even did the calculation of where Abhijit would be located, quote
right,
unquote, and it's right there. I think it's like literally his moon. It's literally it's either at the beginning of Shravana or right at the end of Uttarashada, which is basically the area they say Abhijit is in. So when
right,
when I saw that, I'm like holy cow. Okay, this is authentic. But again, you know what? It could be a coincidence, but Muhammad Ali, like it would make sense, would it? Like him being an Abhijit moon.
yeah. He's the best boxer there is. Yeah,
That
without
you
a
think
doubt.
of all time.
Yeah, of all
Maybe
time.
of all time, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
another,
I love
yeah,
I was thinking about certain celebrities like Cary Grant. He's also like an Uttarshada Shravan,
yeah,
and he's super famous, right? Cary Grant. Um, Brad Pitt was Uttarshad Shravan. Um, George
yeah,
Clooney too.
yeah.
He has a Barney Moon, Barney Sun. Sorry, Barney Sun. Um,
His son, yeah, that is correct. Yeah,
and I think Brad Pitt has Like his in the traditional sidereal Vedic astrology, Brad Pitt has a Sagittarius sun in Mula and an Uttarshada moon.
Right. That's Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Right. Yeah. I think if I'm not mistaken, the now this is according you mentioned that's according to the tradition the regular sidereal.
Right,
It's a regular, yeah. I think if I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, I think in the true sidereal, I think his moon, Brad Pitt's moon is Mula.
Mula.
Yeah, in which is the first half of Sagittarius Mula. Uh, if I'm not, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and so yeah, yeah. Um, there was actually there was a couple. There was actually a few examples. I don't know if I mentioned this on my channel before. So in the this true sidereal calculator,
Right,
it said that it mentions people who have a Mula moon.
right.
So that's basically I don't know that the ancients used to call it like a curse, to have a moon in Mula, the 19th, that's the 19th nakshatra.
Right.
They kind of the ancient the Babylonians and the Egyptians and that. Okay, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I think they said that to have a moon in that nakshatra it's kind of like a curse.
Wow.
It could be like a curse because one of the things that usually happens to somebody um with a that has a moon in Mula, what happens is in their lifetime
Right.
they will gain great riches, but then only to lose it all. Like
Oh,
they will reach like major heights, but then they crash.
Undertaker has a
It's
Mula
like
moon.
they go, it's kind of like I think like their life could be like a roller coaster or something,
Right.
but like it's like they could like really hit it big, but then they could fall in that.
Right.
And there's at least three there's at least two famous people in history I know. So Harvey Weinstein is one. He
Wow.
had yeah. So according to this true sidereal calculator,
Right.
Harvey Weinstein, his moon is in Mula.
Wow.
So it mentioned, as I mentioned, it says that people who have a moon in Mula, usually in their life, they'll gain great riches only to lose it all
Right.
and then fall They like go all the way up and somebody else is Johnny Depp. Now, Johnny
Right.
Depp, like I mean, I know for many years he was on top of Hollywood. He's one of the biggest actors in Hollywood history. But
Right.
like in recent years, he kind of crashed. He sort of crashed a bit. He had issues in his like private life and that kind of made him look bad from like his fan base is still pretty strong supporting
Wow.
him, but he kind of took a dip a little bit, I think. He
Right.
struggled a bit. And I think so I thought those two examples of celebrities
Yeah.
were like authentic for them having a moon in Mula.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother is also um in the traditional Vedic astrology, he's a Anuradha Jeshta moon, so
Nice.
Scorpio.
Nice. Yeah.
And he's a Kritika sun.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's in Taurus.
Taurus, yeah. So Taurus,
Yeah.
Scorpio, opposite.
Right. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. And my mom's also a Anuradha Jeshta moon, and a Pisces or Uttara Bhadrapada, Uttara Bhadrapada, sorry, sun, yeah.
Yeah. And
And, oh, sorry. And you know, it's been tough, like finding like certain birth details about certain celebrities because the timings can be different. You know, with Andrew Tate, some people
Yeah,
say he was December 14th born.
yeah.
Some people say he's December 1st,
Mhm.
but both in 1986, right? And with Andrew Tate, I couldn't tell if he was a Taurus or Scorpio moon.
Yeah, he in my opinion, so if he was December 1st, he would be all Scorpio, Scorpio moon and Scorpio sun.
Yeah.
And he definitely resonates as a Scorpio to me for sure.
Oh,
To have a Scorpio moon. Yeah, because I think he would also be the day if he was December 1st of 86.
right.
That is day of the koala
Wow.
in primal astrology. So him being the sign of the koala,
Right.
which if you read about that, the spirit of the spirit of the koala, it it resonates pretty well with him. So like, yeah, if a celebrity has, you know, if it says it's one birthday, but then it says another in that, and it's like which one is the correct one in that? Like a lot of times you could tell, uh, you know, by seeing, okay, which one does he resonate more with, you know? And I also the koala, another big a gargantuan celebrity in history who is spirit of the koala. It's Michael Jordan.
Michael
Michael Jordan.
Jordan. Wow.
So I mean, not all koalas would become super famous like him, really, but for Andrew Tate to be similar as Spirit of the Koala, similar to Michael Jordan, I think that would make sense. You know,
Wow.
the way because the intensity of Andrew Tate,
Mm.
I think it is similar to Michael Jordan's in a lot of sense. You know, because they say that they can be super tense. The spirit of the koala,
Wow.
which is that's a Scorpio moon and a day of the rabbit in the Chinese.
How about a Kritika Rohini moon?
Uh, Critica and you mean a Taurus moon,
Yeah.
right? Like in combinate, you mean like
The combination of the two nakshatras in a day.
so like it depends on which animal on the Chinese side in combination with the Taurus moon. So
Right.
it would depend on that. So I mean, yeah, being the 12 different types of Tauruses, the 12 different types of Taurus moons in the primal astrology. So
In tropical astrology, I have so many Sagittariuses. The Sun, the
yeah,
Pluto, I'm not sure, Pluto, Chiron, um, Venus in Sagittarius, um, Mercury in Sagittarius. So a lot of Sagittarius in the tropical astrology, right?
yeah,
And um, I have a very dualistic nature to me because of that.
yeah. Because oh, you know who if I'm not mistaken,
Right.
in the tropical in regards to the tropical, like you mentioned, I think Bruce
Right.
Lee had like all his planets, like most of his planets are Sagittarius also in the tropical. Bruce Lee, yeah, November 27, 1940. If you look that up on the tropical, you'll see
Wow.
that most of his planets, Sagittarius, like
Wow.
I think his sun, and it says his moon as well.
Right.
Um, but in the true sidereal, he actually has a Libra moon. His moon is actually Libra, the very beginning of Libra, and his sun his sun sign is Scorpio.
Right.
His sun is Scorpio in that. And I
Wow.
don't know how many in Sagittarius, but I know in the tropical, just like you, has all most in Sagittarius. Yeah.
Right. I'm I have a lot of Scorpio on the Sidereal Zodiac.
The regular sidereal,
The
right?
regular, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um Scorpio is very interesting. It's a very like how do I describe it? Like very fierce zodiac, it could be, right?
Yeah. And the one of the major things, like they say somebody too who has a moon in Scorpio,
Right,
like they could turn on a dime, or they could change on a dime. Like
right,
one day they're doing one thing, and then in the next day it's something totally different. Like that's what that means, like a turn on a dime, meaning it kind of means unpredictable.
right,
And I mean, yeah, I would definitely admit that I've been like that, like a lot of my life growing up in that, like
right,
one day I'd be interested, like really interested in one thing, like one activity, and the next day it's like I think that the opposite of it, and then some other time I go back to being interested in it, and then
right.
like just kind of an unpredictable mindset in regards. Yeah, yeah. So like, but
Like
yeah.
okay. I found something interesting about Roman Reigns and his birth chart.
Oh yeah, I forget what he is. I'll yeah,
He's a
go ahead.
Taurus.
Yeah,
He's a Taurus sun in the
yeah,
Vedic and a
yeah.
Capricorn, no, Cancer moon.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, he May 25th of 85. Yeah,
yeah.
in Pensacola,
Pensacola,
Florida,
Florida.
May 25th, 85. Yeah. And he yeah, he is a Cancer moon in both in the regular sidereal, he's a Cancer moon. And yeah, he also is in the true sidereal as well.
Yeah. Is
Um
he like he's a Pushya moon, right?
I think actually I'm gonna look him up. Oh, yeah. I think his so in the true sidereal,
Right.
the second half of the Cancer constellation, it's
Right.
Pushya. That is correct, Pushya.
Yeah.
And they say, in my opinion, I would just put this out there in general, that if Abhijit was the most powerful nakshatra, if they
Yeah.
counted it as a nakshatra, um, if they counted it as a nakshatra, the second most powerful would be Pushya.
Wow.
Yeah. But uh uh if you don't include Abhijit and just have the 27 nakshatras, uh it it would be Pushya. Pushya would be the most powerful, they say. And that's basically the end of the on the tradition, on the true sidereal zodiac. A Pushya is exact the not the number eight, which is the number eight nakshatra. It is exactly in between uh Cancer and Leo.
Right.
It
Right.
starts in Cancer, ends in Leo. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Um.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The
Um.
Go ahead.
Roman Reigns, because he has a Pushya moon, he was able to hold the title for like almost 4 years, right?
Yeah. It, Yeah, you know better than me on that, but I am familiar with him, for sure.
Did you know Kurt
Is
Angle had a Pushya moon?
Oh yeah, I've never looked up his before,
He had a Pushya Shlesha, I think.
really, yeah.
Yeah, Pushya. That's opposite of
He,
mine. Right?
yeah, he would come across as a Leo moon to me. For like his behavior and that
Right.
seem like that. Tarif,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to tell you this though. This kind of threw me out. Well, this is not our problem, obviously, though. I was kind of, well, I wasn't thrown off too bit though, but about a minute ago it said I just got a pop-up window, and
Right.
I didn't expect this at all though from Zoom. Zoom telling me I have 10 more minutes
Right.
before of that I'm able to record.
Right. It's okay. It's
And
okay.
it says unless, yeah, just to give you a heads up on that, you know what? I thought, I don't know that they changed their policy or whatever, but I mean, I'm kind of ticked off by that. I'm kind of
No
ticked
worries.
off
No
by it,
worries.
but we could definitely, we could continue. I mean, we could continue this interview. We could continue this meeting and that, but yeah, I didn't know there was a time limit for, I think when I interviewed, I know our last meeting there wasn't a time limit. If I had one invite
Right.
somebody like you on in that, but I don't know. Yeah,
I was
I don't know, they
thinking
changed their policy or something, but
I was thinking about like similarities between my personality and Roman Reigns because mine is like a Scorpio sun and Capricorn moon, and he has a Taurus sun and a Cancer moon. So that's completely opposite. And
yeah,
in the tropical, it's I think a Sagittarius sun and a Aquarius moon. So
yeah,
and in the tropical for him, it's a Gemini sun and a Leo moon.
yeah.
So
The
I was thinking like is there like any like being opposite of Roman Reigns like exactly in the astrological sense, would there be any similarities or differences or
yeah, quite I think he's most likely the Cancer moon, of course, whereas I mean, if I go by the true sidereal, I'm a little bit familiar with the regular sidereal, but if I went by the true sidereal on mastering the
right
zodiac, he like the Cancer, yeah, actually the sign of Cancer, the ancients believe to be the most powerful of all the signs of the
right
zodiac and outer space from Aries to Pisces in regards to the signs from Aries to Pisces.
right
So, and that would make a whole lot of sense when you think about somebody like Queen Elizabeth II,
right
who just passed over a year ago.
right
It it makes perfect sense because she was a Cancer moon. Not
right
only that, not only that, but her day sign in the Chinese astrology, it was the dragon. And
wow
the dragon is the most powerful one in the Chinese, on the Chinese
wow
side. So if you have Cancer dragon, that's Spirit of the Hornet. Spirit of
wow.
the Hornet. It's like, yeah, that's as that could be as big as it gets, if not one of them, and that's, yeah.
What is my
So
spirit animal?
you being the spirit of the golden retriever.
Oh,
Yeah, spirit of the golden retriever. Yeah.
okay, okay.
And I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, I'll read off to you briefly about what it says,
Mm-hmm.
and I think maybe we'll. Do you want to wrap it? Do you want to when this expires, this recording,
Right,
which is totally unethical what Zoom is doing?
right.
What do you want to continue it on a part two, like right away? You want me to send you another link? We could probably do that if I send you another link. Or
Oh,
do you want to, or you know what, Tarif, do you want to continue maybe next when you do have your live stream available next week on your channel?
Yeah,
We could
yeah.
continue with that. It's up to you.
We can
So
continue
yeah,
with
just
that.
let me know. Just let me know anytime. Yeah, because if this, yeah, I don't know how many. Yeah, I think we got a few minutes left before Zoom does something unethical, which you know what, it is
It's
what it
okay.
is. Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
sure this won't happen on your end at your end. So
yeah. StreamYard
um,
is pretty good. Yeah,
yeah. So and I look forward to I look forward to the live stream. I know you do live streams often, right? So
yeah.
yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, just let me read off a bit what it says. Yeah, so the golden retriever, spirit of the golden retriever, which is you,
Right.
uh, you are loyal, you're kind, and you're optimistic. Those born under the sign of the golden retriever are easy to like. You're an easy somebody to like. Often traditional or religious, they believe that if they stick to their values, the universe will
Wow.
respond generously to them. The only problem is that they aren't well, it says sometimes you may not be as perfect as you might think you are,
Right.
but hey, that's kind of the case with everybody.
Right.
Golden retrievers have strong opinions as well as a sense of adventure.
Yeah.
So I think that resonates with you, wouldn't you
Yeah.
say? Yeah, strong opinions and a sense of adventure. And you imagine that in another life, you would have been a knight in shining armor, ready to sacrifice it all to save the kingdom. That's what it said. That's one of the things it says. And
Wow.
yeah, and
That's an
yeah.
interesting
So
description. Yeah.
justice. Oh, and check this. I'll read this briefly. Justice and fairness are important to golden retrievers. So
Wow.
justice and fairness are important to you. Would you agree with that?
Right. Yeah.
And but again, this all depends on their viewpoint of what is fair or not. So
Mm.
you strongly believe that your perspective on life is not opinion, but fact, and that others, if they were smart enough, should agree with you completely with their view with your views on life. So,
Right.
and that's a lot of what you've been like sort of preaching, telling about on your channel.
Right.
And so that, yeah, this is why I believe in this, the day signs of ours in the primal astrology. So,
Wow.
yeah. All right, Tarif. Well, why don't you ring me up and we'll continue this? And
Yeah. No worries.
yeah, sounds good to you, my brother.
I'll
And
I'll contact you on
yeah,
like
we
what day is it today? The 23rd?
the
Okay,
20 is
July 31st.
yeah. Isn't that something too, Tarif? Today is the 23rd. Isn't that something? You're born on the 23rd. So isn't
Yeah,
that was good? That was
yeah,
nice that we had this today, wasn't it?
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost done. Thank you for
Yeah.
having